If you're calling due to concern about COVID-19, also known as coronavirus, press 0.
I'm calling in because I'm showing the main symptoms of COVID-19 and I want to see what the protocol is.
If you think you have COVID-19 and your illness is mild, you do not need to get tested. Staying home can save the life of another New Yorker.
Okay, you have a fever, cough, and shortness of breath?
Correct.
Okay, and have you been in close contact with someone who's been diagnosed with COVID in the last 14 days?
No, I have been in contact with somebody who has traveled back from France and Spain.
Do you work?
Yeah, I spend.
You go actively into the public post?
Correct.
If you meet criteria, we'll take over.
There isn't much of a route for me to get the test for COVID in that case, right?
Yeah, this is evolving on a rapid basis, so I don't know the answer.
I was in schools all last week, exposing myself to hundreds of people. They are running quite a significant risk to society by keeping schools open. From an amateur's perspective, I think they're making a mistake.
Another day in New York. Not another day, look around.
Since we've last seen each other, the situation in New York, regrettably, has continued to deteriorate.
Sunset Park, actually, look.
And that's a huge Asian community.
Well, look at Chinatown, it's got the lowest rate. I was asking for this map only for the reason of if I know there's seniors who are living in a hot zone, I'll make double sure they don't come out. Since the beginning of the year, concern about the virus, really drastic reductions in the number of customers because people for some reason identify the virus itself as, being Chinese. So it's been a huge impact for the small businesses here. We hear a lot from restaurants that they're not going to be able to make it. So when we hear that now the senior center is going to be closed, it's very simple to make that connection. Have the restaurant prepare the meals for our seniors at home. 咁今日我哋做多一樣嘢就係有啲手套喺度。咁如果你見到有邊個即係冇戴口罩嗰啲，你就俾佢就提醒佢唔係叫佢走嚟走去。佢已經冇晒嗰個戒備心，但係叫佢有少少戒備啲。We noticed that the last couple of days, the seniors seem to be so much at ease that they have forgotten that we are in an epidemic situation. So they're coming out to the cars. I'm saying, wait, just remind them to hold them back. Just have this safe distance, for everybody's benefit.
I've had 5 to 6 months of bookings canceled to anyone in the gig economy. We are our livelihood, and at the end of the day, we can only make as much money as our audiences have. I've never had health insurance before. Everyone's stressing about going to the hospital to get a $5,000 COVID test. I mean, I never could go to the hospital, period, and not pay $5,000. This has been people's everyday for a very long time. And you need to care about every member of this society if you want the whole thing to be getting better. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm watching this movie on Netflix.
My Netflix has been honestly the most important person to me right now.
I have no one else in my life right now. Nobody's consistent.
No. And the only other thing that I do is these drag shows. It has been very helpful to take my mind off of things solely because Black lives still matter in a quarantine. Trans lives still matter in a quarantine. So you're gonna say something that can really make someone feel supported in a time like this, feel like their community is still there. What Black people, trans people, women have been going through all this time is just what people are experiencing now.
Yes, welcome to the club.
Exactly.
Welcome to the struggle club.
living in a black community while COVID is happening is like,
It's scary. I be hearing gunshots and shit over here. I'm like, well, there goes the call that's not about to get answered because they got other things to do and they already wasn't coming over here in the first place.
Honestly, black people got no other choice but to ride it out.
Call may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance purposes.
Hello. I called yesterday. They said that I qualified to get tested.
At this point, you're considered very low risk. You have no other coronavirus exposure other than your roommate that has traveled to the area. But working in a public school is not considered like a high-risk situation based on the algorithm that we follow from the health department and the CDC. I understand, like I watching TV too. The president, everybody promised like free tests for everybody. But right now we don't have free tests for everybody.
I just have a couple of questions. I want to know at what point I can feel safe that I'm no longer contagious, because I want to be around my family. I'm currently in full isolation.
It's interesting because I feel like our guidelines are going to change. Right now, it says 7 days since the symptoms started.
I see. And those protocols are changing pretty much on a daily basis, I imagine?
Yeah, pretty much. It's horrible. You shouldn't be going to see anybody. You should stay inside. Assume everybody is positive.
If I get laid off from my job, I wonder what I'm gonna do. People are gonna be struggling for sure. Big time. We say that, we don't even have any clue what that's gonna look like. But I guess we'll find out.
They're naturally fearful and scared, that's expected. But we call the restaurant, we tell them please stay open, and we promise them for the next 14 days we'll guarantee you that you will have food, we'll come check in on you. So stay safe, stay indoor. It's more than basic sustenance, it's the respect that we have for our seniors, that they have done so much, that it's time for us to show up for them. Well, we want to make sure that we leave the food there, you have the distance. We don't want anything to happen to the food, that contaminate anything like that. So it's also good to really important just to say hello, right? The whole point is not just feeding people. We're not just animals, but people. And this way you got to say hello, they have a smile.喺嗰度，唔該晒。Folks here came to this country usually 70s, 80s. So many of these guys are what we call the donut hole. They have enough assets, right, either money or stuff, that they don't qualify for any government subsidies. But these are factory workers in the earlier days. These are restaurant workers. There's no pension. There's no health care for them. So we don't do it. That's it. And there are a lot of people like that in this country.
好多謝你哋啊！
唔好咁講，應該嘅。我哋話咧，大家一家人啊嘛。
我覺得咧，有呢個中心係咁樣對啲老人家咧，令到呢啲老人家咧，即係好安全咯，有安全感，同埋令到啲老人家唔使話掛住冇得食，因為有啲人真係70-80歲，佢哋係煮唔到俾自己食，係幾凄涼㗎嚇。
咁前景你點啊？有冇信心啊？
有，我哋一定會勝利嘅。God bless America。
God bless America. To me, it's what the American spirit is about, right? Looking for a better future for everyone. So we're a nation of immigrants. These are Americans, and we're going to do right by them.
Oh my gosh, you all move quick. Hello, everybody. We need y'all. We need all of our allies. We need anyone who is in this community to stand up and help take care of one another, because everybody has the same fear and anxiety. I guarantee you, we don't know what's going to happen, but we got each other. We always have each other. I got you, you got me, and I got your credit score, okay? Nobody ain't paying me for this right now. Ain't nobody paying me. The only thing paying me is the love in my heart for the fact that you all deserve someone who loves you and deserves to see you all not get stir crazy and feel like you don't have your community. I am so excited to take you all to church right now. You're sitting at home stressed about every bill, rent, you're stressed about family's health, you're stressed about all these things, and you have to work twice as hard to try to do anything or find any semblance of purpose. This drag show, I'm hoping that people realize that it may be more difficult to connect than it was before, but it is just as fruitful. Let's fall in love again with New York and the community we already have and that's still here.